Doing today? What's up, Becky? Good to see you. Good to see you all today. It's been a long time. It's been over 3 weeks since the last live stream that I did. I don't have any gloves here because I'm not doing any myco stuff. So, um, but I am sort of like fishing, trying to fish on my off time. So I got these gloves for fishing. So I'm wearing these. Um, so yeah, guys, thanks for being here early and everything like that. So let's wait until we fill out a couple more spots here. We got quite a few people. Yo, Tychology, how's it going, bro? Hope you're doing well. How are you doing, Harvest Rain Homestead? What's up? What's up? Let me make sure I got all the chats available. All right. Hey, Tychology. Yeah, it's pretty busy right now. Pretty busy. So I'm glad that I was able to find this time to stream with you guys. Nathan says it just did. Well, you know, Nathan, I just started streaming a minute ago, so in this case, I think we can't really fault you two. I think they got it pretty quick. A little late, yeah. Because sometimes it just doesn't notify at all, which sucks. Cool. So how's everybody doing today? What's up, Jessica? Love your channel. You're amazing. Thank you for all your work. Cheers, Jessica. Thank you. Hey, Adam. Good to see ya. Hanging in here, Adam. It's pretty fast-paced. Pretty fast-paced. I mean, like, I'm gone for a while, but it's like every day is like super fast-paced. So I'm just like, I'm trying to like nap here and there to recharge my batteries, so to speak. Cheers, Becky. Minjay, what's up, Minjay? Aw, thank you. That's very kind of you. I'm glad to hear that. And yeah, so we got 19 people in. Tell your wife, tell your kids, Mycophile Sage is live. Yeah, share it if you can, and if it's an appropriate channel, I would appreciate that. Cat Purrs says, this is a nice surprise. Cheers, Cat. It is a nice surprise for me too. You know, these opportunities to stream and stuff, just when they pop up, you got to take it. It was a bit loud in the house earlier, so I wanted to stream earlier, but like it was just super loud. So now it's just like a bit more calm. Rebecca says, smash the like. Yes, smash that like button, everybody. Not too bad, Nathan. Not too bad hanging in here. Trying to balance the energies, so to speak, so I don't get burned out, but I also have lots of stuff to do. You know how it goes. Damon says, glad to hear your voice. I'm about to make agar dishes tonight. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. What's up, Philly comrade? Good to see you all. By the way, guys, I posted a still airbox video. It was actually 2 videos, but I compiled from the original channel. And I completely forgot I made these videos because it was literally like 3 years ago that I made them. And by the way, this is about the 3rd year anniversary of the original channel. Let's get a clap of hands. So it's a very special milestone, as they say, 3rd time's a charm. So yeah, the sad videos are on MycoSage, my website. It's in the description, and I have brought back the 50% discount code. So it's only $249 to gain access to 90 plus exclusive videos ad-free. I'm also slowly re-uploading all of my YouTube videos on there so that you can watch them without ads. So it's great. It's like really well made. Check it out. You get Discord access, you get all the videos, and you also support me. It's only $250 for the first month and $4.99 for the rest, with the code Applensis at checkout. So if you guys want to see that, if you guys want to get access, super good deal. Check it out there, and you're going to be supporting my work. But yeah, the sad video, it's a 2-part video that I edited, and it was a pain in the butt to edit because I had like reflections on there, like on my face, because you know, back in the old days I wasn't so, what'd you call it, you know, like so careful. So I had to like go frame by frame. Even with the tracker, it was you know, if my hand goes across like that, then like the tracker will follow that, so I have to like manually do that. It was just a big pain in the butt. But yeah, it's up there, so check it out. Cyrus says, I'm doing good. A lot of successful work so far. Hoping everything is well for you. Cheers, Cyrus. I appreciate that. Philly Comrade says, just picked a 1 kilogram flush. Your videos helped a lot. Awesome, man. Glad to hear that. Yo, Chris, what's up? Good to see you, man. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. Word just says, if the ape turning brown are just ape R, that's revert for those who don't know. Does that mean they're just regular PE, or is there something still different about them versus regular PE? No, they're not even regular PE. They're basically regular core lovers. They're like golden teachers, basically. That's why they're revert. And I always felt like Aper is such an unfortunate name because it sounds like something else. Philly Comrade says 100G, not 1,000. Wish I got a kilo. Well, you know, it's not that tough to get a kilo. I mean, if you do a big enough grow. Harvest Rain Homestead says, any ideas what clear sliminess has plagued a couple of my spawn jars? Literally clear. Almost thought it was just water, but it's not. Bacteria. That's weird. In your spawn jars, you shouldn't really be getting any clear sliminess, but any sliminess is not good, usually. It's usually down to yeast or bacteria, like wet rot. I think it was Bacillus cereus. That's what's responsible for it. But you shouldn't be having any of that. What's up, Bud Squisher? Good to see you, bro. Always good to see ya. So yeah, guys, I don't have like any special setup, but I don't want to give away like too much details and stuff. So I'm, you know, this is kind of a bed stream. You're looking at my cover. So Bob Ferris, what's up, Bob? Good to see you. This is definitely a different kind of idea. Yeah. You gotta make do with what you got, right? Full Spectrum Alchemist says, getting ready to try the truffles for the 4th of July that have been in the closet since January in bags. That's a good amount of time to have them. Very, very tasty. Both Mexican and Florida grass lovers. Glad it is decrimmed today. Well, there's nothing to decrim because it's all good, right? But yeah, that's awesome, man. Minjay says, if the top of the mushroom cracks, what does it mean? Okay, so if the top of the mushroom cracks, it's usually down to too much. So it could be two things. So I can't remember exactly which ones, but if the top cracks, it's either that it's growing too fast and it just cracked, or it's too dry. And also, it means one of those things. And if it cracks on the outer perimeter, then it means, I think that's when it's growing too fast. I can't recall exactly, but yeah, both of them are one of those things. What's up, JC Cat? Much love to you too. Okay, so psychology, let's not use these species names. My SEMs are pinning how long till they mature on average. It depends on which culture you have. There's a slow culture and a fast culture. The fast culture is like regular, you know, it's reasonable time, comparable to like core lovers, but the long one can take a very long time, like a month. Rebecca says, I only got the first flush, not a second. Don't know what I'm doing wrong. Plenty of hydration. By the way, guys, be sure to smash that like button. It's awesome. We got 41 people in here. Glad you guys are able to make it into this live stream. It's been over 3 weeks. Jay Weezy says, thoughts on Sporeworks for syringes. They are a trusted company as far as syringes go, but the last time I bought from them, like pretty much everything, like I had to put everything on agar. So take from that what you will. I lost a lot of jars. It's Link, not Zelda. How's it going? Actually catching a live stream for once. Yeah. What's up, Link? Glad you're active on the Discord server though. Good stuff. Jessica says, you've helped a lot. The worst part is being patient. Yes. But you know what? Hey, Bill from next door. Thank you so much for your for your PayPal donation. Speaking of which, guys, if you guys would like to, throw a few coins my way, Check it out in the description. I've got the PayPal link. YouTube Super Chat is open, but YouTube takes 30% of it. So if you guys want the amount to be coming to me, then use the PayPal link in the description. Thank you, Bill. I really appreciate that. But yeah, Jessica, speaking about the patience part, you will, like, once you get, a couple of grows going, then it's like you just forget about it for a while, and then you got everything in like a different stage of the process. So it actually, like, you're gonna think less about being patient, because if you play your cards right, everything's gonna be fruiting. Something's gonna be fruiting at one time, which is the funnest, arguably. Bob Ferris says, I'm trying the FGL again. I think I didn't let the spawn colonize long enough. Never give up. Never give up, indeed. I'm going to wait for sclerosia. Not sclerosis, sclerosia, before responding to bulk. Rebecca says, ITW has been good for me. Yep. 10% off with the code mycophilia. Speaking of which, guys, I've actually added Dr. Mike. I don't know if you guys heard of that company, but Dr. Mike is an affiliate. At first, I was really hesitant for like years. To be honest, at first I thought it was snake oil, but looking at the science behind it, I've seen enough evidence that it actually does. So basically what they sell is products that are formulated with bacteria mix to beneficial bacteria to either increase yield, or another increase flush. Another is, the popular one is to decrease trike, and the decreased trike one, it actually does seem to decrease trike, but it also slightly decreases your flushes. But if you're having a lot of trike problems, it might be worth trying. So get 5% off with the code mycophilia at checkout. Link is in the description. Cole Bradley says, hey Sage, just made my first 3 grain jars ever. Love your channel. I'm on the Discord. The people in there are cool. You have a good community here. Cheers, Cole. Indeed, we have a really, really cool community. Professor Farnsworth says, hey, love the vids. What is the best way to keep spore prints safe until I get to them? I've got quite a few now, all on tinfoil. Just keep them in a cool, dark place, like inside a drawer or something like that. And you did good having them on tinfoil. That is the best medium to have them on. Strings and Thing Music says, String and Ting, where is the best place to put a liquid culture jar after inoculation? Just put it like in a room temperature place, put it on a shelf or something. Jay Weezy says, have you watched Common Side Effects on HBO? No, I have not. And by the way, guys, smash that like button if you guys haven't. We got quite a few people in here. I know we could do better. Naf says, hey man, no idea if you'll see this, but you're the effing GOAT. Appreciate you. Thank you, Naf. Thank you very much. Jessica Griffin says, I'm doing some boomer bags. I've got 3 different methods going to see what works best for me. Boomer bags, okay. Chris says, I spawned a 55 quart tub. It wasn't growing. It smelled like jail wine. I think the spawn fermented in the bag. It had a bit of moisture and took forever to colonize. Oh yeah, definitely. If it smelled like jail wine, then it's definitely fermenting. Speaking of which, I wonder what kind of potential there might be of like mycelium wine. It sounds kind of nasty, but well, I guess, I don't know. I guess kombucha is sort of like that, but like myceliated grain wine of like the tasty species. That would be pretty cool, because I don't know if you guys have seen my myceliated grains video. I think it's called like the best kept secret techs, and I cover sclerotia and myceliated grains. So I wonder how it would be if such a wine were to be made. That's some space for experimentation. I think that's pretty original. I don't, like, in all my years, I haven't heard anybody talking about like making the tasty grains into, colonized grains into wine. Adam Reese says, love seeing all these amateur mycologists give me hope for the world. Keep up the mycelium education, Sage. Your dedication is inspiring. Cheers, Adam. Thank you. That's the goal, that's the cause, spread this knowledge to everyone. And the whole point of this channel is so that everybody can gain access to, you know, all this great food that they can grow um, with minimal materials, you know, and be very successful. Chris says, bro, I was super sweet smelling like pineapple but rotten. Yep. Cole Bradley Harmon says, why multiple sclerosis is king for fighting good genetics? I don't know if you did that on purpose, but that's pretty funny. Adam Thomas says, hey, what's up? Have you ever gotten around to the Liberty? No, it has not. I have not. Not it. I have not. I have not. Yes, Chris. Yeah, but that's not fermenting it, though. That's just making a myceliated tea, so to speak, infusion. Basically extracting the flavonoids into water. So yeah, guys, just a quick ad break. 250 access to the mycofiles tier is back at MycoSage, the website. It's in the description. Use the code Appalensis at checkout. Support the cause. Support yourself. You got 90 plus videos. That's 16 plus hours of content, most of it exclusive. Fruiting videos. Now, if you guys notice on YouTube, I do not show fruits, and that's to protect my channel because my first channel was taken down as one of the reasons. So I created my own platform. Patreon took me down. So I created my website over a year ago now, and that's how you can support me and support yourself, gain access to all the stuff. It's only $250 for the first month and $4.99 for the rest. What are you waiting for? Jeff Huckle says, Tub has hundreds of pins, still no big fruit summer in Florida. How's 84 in the day, 82 at night? Just telling you because you said it would fruit. Yeah, that sounds like a genetics issue. It seems. Obviously, it's hey, James, welcome to the tier, the Myco Files tier on the website. Thank you for joining in. We got a new member coming in. And thank you also, Chris, for the super generous donation on PayPal. Thank you, my friend. Always, you got my back. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you. But yeah, Jeff, there's all sorts of factors, you know, all sorts of factors. I'm not God. and it shall fruit. You know, I can't say anything like that. Rebecca Smith says, I'm reading a book on mushrooms of all kinds, and it was mentioned something about ice extraction. Oh, yes. That's called The Blue Juice by Paul Stamets. So yeah, it's not nearly as effective as like making a hot tea. In fact, the reason that it turns blue is because it's oxidizing, so you're actually losing more. But the idea behind it, if I recall correctly, because there was a big blue juice boom 5 years ago when it first came out, and then ever since then, I haven't heard anybody even mention it in ages. It's like this obscure thing. So, I mean, you take from that what you will. If it was such a great method, then it would be, you know, already utilized more. Cheers, Chris. Let's see. Yes, Bob. Yes, indeed. Yes, Bill, I know. Thank you. I noticed from the name that it was probably you. Welcome aboard, my friend. Cheers, Chris. Thank you. Thanks again. Cole Bradley says, someone in the Discord under experiments was talking about growing pullovers out of a Bible. Super cool. Do you ever do side projects like that? And if so, what would be your advice for growing with the Bible? So yeah, the first person that did that is somebody called Roger Rabbit, like 25 years ago or something. That's like the famous picture going around. And I know which Discord post you're talking about. There's also the one where a middle-aged man is wearing a bra with mushrooms growing from it with a rabbit mask. So that's Roger Rabbit. So yeah, as far as I know, I think he just basically like pasteurize it. And I don't think you need like any extra like nutrition or anything like that. There should be enough to grow like a couple of mushrooms out of a Bible with paper. So yeah, just like keep it moist, get the right moisture content, and inoculate it. I think that's probably how he did it. I don't know the exact details, but I would try it like that first. And if you're worried, then let's say like you could put it inside like I would imagine you could put it inside like a mushroom bag, like a grow bag, and then sterilize it, and then just like shoot some liquid culture in there, or maybe like an agar wedge on top, like in a still air box or a flow hood, so that you keep things sterile, and then close it back up, let it colonize, and then you could take it out. Jeff Huckle says, is it possible if fruits once temps get back down? Thanks. I mean, if it's only like 84 degrees, that's well within the range. You know, I fruited at 100 degrees, and it usually gets 100 plus degrees in a place like Florida. So I wouldn't put the cause on the temperature. It's not like correlation equals causation here. I would put it like, if some genetics are just like that, they produce a ton of pins, and you think it's going to be a great flush, and then boom, they all abort, or they're all tiny, or like they just let like one big one come out through, you know, and it just takes forever, and there's really never any actual flush. Really annoying. Naf says Sage makes book words, ear words for us. Thank you. That is a very good way to put it. You know, I think that's what I do best, is to make more complex things more digestible. Paul, what's up? Good to see ya. Oregon in the room. Paul, my friend, good to see you, man. Nathan says, does all myceliated substrates typically smell the same? I have some Jack Frost, and it smells way different than my GT substrate. Way different. I don't know about way different, because they're both the same species. But some substrates do smell a little bit different, usually down to species. So once we talk like from one species to another, then like the smell is distinct. Like for example, grass lovers smell like, kind of, people say it smells like cucumbers. I never saw it. I never saw how it smells like cucumbers. It just smells like kind of this kind of like acrid smell. But a lot of people describe it as a cucumber smell. Maybe it's my nose. But core lovers typically smell like core lovers for me. But then there are actually some strains that do smell a bit different, and also that goes for taste as well. Some of them taste terrible, and some of them taste all right when eating raw or dry. Bob Ferris says, was thinking about that, Dr. Mike. I was wondering your thoughts on it. Video idea with a controlled environment. Yeah, honestly, it's a bit of a big undertaking, but there actually already is a pretty decent video from a couple years back that looked at Dr. Mike, like with a petri dish and stuff like that. So look for that. But here's the thing: if like the best way, like I recommend it, for example, like the trike one, if you're actually having like constant trike issues all of a sudden, or like you're just always having issues and you just want to get a flush in, and then it could help. But for the most part, you don't need it. You need just good sterile technique, do all the processes right, and you shouldn't have an issue. You know, prevention is the best medicine. Adam Reese says, hey Sage, have you ever preserved in honey? No, and I don't recommend it because it's an inferior method compared to just drying it. Especially like you don't want to be putting fresh fruits inside honey. It could be dangerous. DCI Eli says, I just got my first flush of B positive thanks to your guides. Awesome, man. I'm now working on Florida grass lovers, and it's very exciting. Thank you for everything you do for the community, Sage. Cheers, DCI. Happy to hear that. Adam Thomas says, I'm trying to grow some store white button mushrooms too, taking forever though. Bill from next door says, what was that one on the Reddit? Someone grew out a Tickle Me Elmo or something like that. Yeah, I think I saw that a while back. But the concept remains the same. The tech remains the same, so it's like the Led Zeppelin album. The song remains the same. Becky says, my heat malfunctioned in my new room, and it was 119 degrees Fahrenheit. Holy cow. Thankfully, I caught it before any damage, but I was very surprised. That's crazy. 119. Now that is next level. At that point, I would definitely be worrying. That's hot. And a quick ad break, guys. Check out MicroSage, $250 now with the code AppleLenses to gain access to 90 plus videos, plus Discord access and a really cool Discord role. You guys don't want to miss it. If you are not a member already, it's practically nothing. Support yourself and support your friendly neighborhood mycophile, and it's all good. And also, all the discount codes are in the description. Help yourself get some meaty discounts. I only put good affiliates there that I approve of. So you are going to be getting some quality stuff and a good discount at that. And also, I am still doing mentorship even though I'm away. Hit me up, mycophilia.official at gmail.com if you are interested. Got a couple of new students in the last couple of days, which is awesome. So if you guys would like that kind of help, then hit me up. Jessica Griffin says, I think I have one bag that's stunted. I'm waiting for a flush. I don't think it's happening. Well, you know, if it's not happening, then it's not happening. If it's stunted, you got to just find out the cause why, whether it's contam or lack of airflow. Check if you've got airflow in there. If you don't got airflow in there, then just, yeah, just dump it because it sounds like a contam issue. And smash that like also, guys. We got 48 people in here, which is awesome, but only 33 likes. I know we can get that up. Chris says it smells sweeter. You know, the thing is, like with yeast, you still have a pretty good chance you might be able to get a flush out of it. So, but it will eventually succumb to the old trichoderma. Kat says, been watching your videos for a while and just realized your name isn't Michael Filesage. Yeah, I've had a few people mention Michael Filesage. It's hilarious. Cole says, my favorite mushroom smell is oysters. Yeah, that's a good one. I like the core lover smell though. I like the core lover smell. It smells like a nice, you know, forest after rain. Adam Thomas says, I've been using mushroom bags, taking colonized grain to substrate from one bag to the other and fruiting in the bag when ready. Cool. Nathan says, everything looks perfect. It smells sweet and not much earthy scent. That's good. Sweet. Sweet. I would be a little bit worried. I don't know. But, you know, like these descriptors are so hard to gauge with just like words, vague words. So I can't really say anything for sure with that. That's where mentorship comes in. If you guys are wondering, hit me up, mycophilia.official at gmail.com. Got a 2-hour special if you're interested. Bob Ferris says, yeah, my punk oysters smell like roses or flowers. Heck yeah. My punk oysters are like that. I'm sure you may like pink. Again with the autocorrect, right? But yeah, roses is interesting because I always find that ochras, that mycelium smells like rosy, like rose flowers, kind of a feminine smell, let's say. Chris says, my Enigma wasn't fruiting. I put it on top of my fridge and boom, flowers. Nice. And maybe it's the extra warmth, I guess. What's up, Thomas? Nathan H says, love that. Prevention is the best medicine. 100%. HP says, hey, mycophilia, been watching your channel in the last couple of days since I'm new to growing mush. I have a question. Can you make a video on growing lion's mane? Hey, that's been on my list for a long time, but still have not gotten around to it. Honestly, if you've noticed, I haven't been posting too much on my channel for like the last maybe 2 years now. But like I'm posting every couple months because the production's gotten a bit higher and I'm just kind of busy with other stuff surrounding the channel, but it is definitely one of the projects long term that I would like to get into. Chris says, effing Reddit, the place of dreams. Adam Reed says, what are your thoughts on hydrogen peroxide in your misting bottle? Definitely do not put any peroxide in your misting bottle. No way. No way. Just good old water is all they want. Spirit and Sound of Eden says, I just got some Amazonias and Treasure Chest. You mean Treasure Coast. Good varieties. Good varieties. Realistic Thinking says, where can I get the key to find out what grass lovers, etc. are? So yeah, Realistic, I've already replied to your comment, but I'll say it again. Basically, I had to take down the reference key for various reasons. So if you're wondering, go on the Discord and ask in the other mushroom topics channel, and someone or me will come and answer that. Cole Bradley says, I inoculated my grain jars 36 to 37 hours ago, and I'm already seeing mycelium growth. Does it get any faster than that? Yep. That is good, man. That is good. I got your email, Bill. I will respond to it later on when I got the chance. Thank you for your inquiry. Realistic Thinking says, it was mentioned in a video about truffles a year ago, but wasn't in the description. Yeah. I had to take it down recently, unfortunately, back in April. Fatal Flaw, payment processing stuff, payment processor blues. Fatal Flaw says, soaked some rye the other day for 24 hours and came back after work to active bubbling with a nasty fermented kind of smell. What's up with all the fermentation? Oh, it must be the heat. It's the summer. Summer started, right? Summer solstice. Threw it all out, but it made me wonder, could you use that nasty grain after? You could use it as compost. Fatal Flaw says, sterilization. In theory, it kills everything. Watch my second latest video. And your answer to that question will be responded very, very bluntly and funnily. Jessica Griffin says, I do have my own cow field, 30 tires plus calves. I moved to the bags that I wanted to explore different kinds of mush. Cool. If you got your cow field and if you're in the right area, then you could spray a bunch of liquid culture all over the place and see what happens. There used to be a guy a couple years ago from Costa Rica who, on YouTube, when I first started, we both came up at the same time, but he was growing like way faster than me. But his channel got taken down. And like he went to like 18K subscribers in like a month. But yeah, basically his channel got taken down. But what he used to do is he used to just do what I just said, spray his cow field full of manure with poo lovers and core lovers galore. Spirit and Sound of Eden says, yeah, Coast, LMAO. Pretty new to this stuff. Realistic Thinking says, oh, cool, thanks. I see the comment and response now. Just saw you were live and hopped on before checking notifications. Haha. Right on. Nav says he's seen the MVP strain. I've heard of it. Adam Thomas says, any new watches? No, I appreciate them at a distance. Because the watches I enjoy are, I can't really justify paying for them. Because like even cars, right? I like cars, but they are usually, they're always a depreciating asset, and it's like, like I'm not big into car payments and stuff. Like I just buy secondhand stuff that I could pay outright and not worry about it. But I do appreciate cars, so like I just appreciate them from a distance, but I don't want the responsibility of maintaining it and stuff. But yeah, what was it? Oh yeah, yesterday I met a guy who was wearing a Omega Seamaster, and it was pretty cool. That was pretty cool to see. But currently I'm still rocking my G-Shock because I've been fishing lately, and so it's good for fishing. Becky says, my payment process the other day. Awesome. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that the payment processor is working hard, ensuring that things keep running. Kicker UFC says, them cores, hey. What's up, Allison Duke? Kicker says, gonna be doing my first grow here soon. I'm excited to probably F it up and try it again. That's the spirit. Chris says, Alabama F1 on Agar grows super cool. By the way, guys, Alabama F1 was one of the offerings that I had a couple months ago on the genetics tiers. It's a very rare wild specimen from Alabama, so you could expect like lots of cool mutations. But yeah, that's awesome, Chris. That is awesome. Welcome, Allison Duke. Oh, we've been live for 34 minutes. Nice. I pretty much caught up to chat for now. HP says, curious on this. What got you into mushrooms? Any experiences that changed your life for better? Yes, absolutely. And I have a channel that has a bunch of videos where I go over those experiences. check out Sage's Intergalactic Nightclub. That's youtube.com/@mycosage. Over there, I got a series called Taste Experiences That Changed My Life. I got it up to part 3, but I have another part that I've been keeping in my vault for over a year that I filmed that I need to get up as well. So yeah, I will be posting them once I get some time. Awesome, man, awesome. But yeah, that's what got me started into it. And to me, always the cultivation part is just a means to an end. Like, it's not my main interest, and never has been. It just sort of happened that it became my job, which I'm grateful for because it's something to do with mushrooms. But for me, it's always been about like, it's never been the point. It's just a means to an end, and so I want people to have access to that as much as possible. Because like, some people just like love growing for the sake of growing, which is great. And honestly, it's been a long time since I've partaken in the fruits of my labors. Like, I'm talking like 2 years, which is crazy to think about, but yeah. Rebecca Smith says, I have some used agar dishes that I haven't really stored in any special way. Toss outside, or I kind of want to put outside. Used agar dishes. Yeah, I would just dump it, honestly, if you've used them. Harvest Rain Homestead says, any tips for fruit flies? It's insane in my lab. I keep it really clean too. Dendritic Fractal says, why not, dude? I don't like that because I respect them too much, Like, I've gotten a lot of, I think it was Aldous Huxley that said, pick up the phone, get the message, and then close it. I got the message. That's sort of what I've been getting, like, every experience for like the last few years. Every time I take it, it's like, yep, it's just as I expected. Yep, they've taught me what they want to teach me for the time being. So yeah. Well, dendritic fractals, that's just like your opinion, man. Oh, that's hilarious. Harvest Rain Homestead says, any tips for fruit flies? It's insane in my lab. I keep it really clean too. Yeah, so fruit flies or fungus gnats, they're a little bit different, but if you're having issues with them, like going into your substrate and stuff, then those are fungus gnats. So you could use something called BTI. It's a bacteria that is really, really good against fungus gnats. So you just like mix a bunch of that inside your spray bottle, and then you spray your substrate when you missed it, and it will kill the larva, but it won't hurt the mycelium. Chris says, I love growing. They're like my houseplants. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to grow, definitely. And when they're growing, you definitely like feel a presence, I find. Like a living thing. It's kind of like telepathic kind of thing. Jeff Huckle says, what do you think I should do with that tub? Thanks. What tub? Oh, that's not... I would just wait, man. I would just wait. Andy Bauer says, as someone who's done a few PF techs, what's the easiest way to get into bulk grows? You can get a bunch of PF cakes. Okay, so since you're used to making PF cakes, make a bunch of PF cakes. Once they're fully colonized, take 3 to 4 cakes and grate it with like a cheese grater, or if you don't have that, then just like crumble it really fine as you can, and mix it with core. Spawn that into a shoebox, a 6-quart shoebox, and you're good to go. Guy Williams says, if I fully dry my fruits and put them in glass jars with silica packets, would they theoretically last forever? Would they lose strength after time? Yes, they would, but it'll last for years. Claymore Steel says, we had the fly plate, now we need the fruit fly plate. Yeah. Kicker UFC says, I want to grow stud people will really enjoy. Yeah. Adam Thomas says, just brown rice, core, and pressure cooker. Agar is all I got. I also haven't ate any fruits for a couple years. Got kind of scary. There you go. Fear Nuke says, hi Sage, never caught you live before. Thanks for the info you have shared. Cole Bradley Harmon says, how often should I expect to be misting to maintain proper surface conditions in a room with airflow? So check out my proper surface conditions video. And if it's not like that, then mist it. That's basically all I can tell you. HP says, by the way, like how you keep things simple as they need to be in your videos and your explanation on why. Always found your other channel. Anyways, found your other channel. I've subbed. I'll be watching the I'm Just Being video first. Awesome, man. I'm so happy to hear that because, you know, a lot of people aren't interested in those topics, and I'm always happy when somebody is. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Allison Duke says, what truffle producer do you recommend? I recommend ATL7 or Florida Grass Lovers. Check out my affiliate, Inoculate the World. I really, really recommend their isolated syringes. I can't say the name right now, but yeah, they got some good truffle producing genetics there. And you could use the code mycophilia for a 10% discount code. Seems like it caught up the chat. Cheers, Naf. Cheers, cheers. Oh, well, guys, it seems like I've caught up to chat and not getting much more questions. So I think maybe we'll leave it here for today. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day or night. And again, check out MycoSage 250 with the code Applensis at checkout. Gain access to 90 plus videos and support me and support yourself and Discord access and all that good stuff. And what else was there? Oh yeah, all the discount codes in the description. Help yourselves. Some quality products from quality companies. Sage vetted. I vetted these places. And also check out my mentorship program if you're interested. mycophilia.official at gmail.com. All right, guys. I will see you guys next time. Much love, and hope you guys have a great day or night. See you next time. Bye-bye.